Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Columbus Explorers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now Mahomes' throw complete to his tight end, Kelsey. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. He can really smell 800 catches right now, because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Tackled by Emmanuel Mosley.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Mahomes. Eluding Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That ball caught by Harrison. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Back to throw now on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 33. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled it forward.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Mahomes now to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And it's fielded at the 34. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now back to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 19 yards there on the catch and run. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Harrison. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Explorers are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, Charles, that's a great response drive from the rookie quarterback. Remember, threw the pick on the previous possession. Here he's able to lead him down and throw it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I know from the draft analysis that this is exactly why this team wanted to take this young man. They thought his ability to bounce back from mistakes and quickly turn them into positives, that was something they wanted on their team, and we just saw evidence of it right there. This young man doesn't let anything get to him, and he finds a way to come back big.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries. You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready, and above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Knight, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Knight, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Zonovan Knight, his first touchdown on the year. And the Explorers have moved out in front. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Slant route, that's complete to Travis Kelce. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
He's got a man, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Lawrence Cager as the first half is winding down. And the Explorers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if they were...
And that's caught inside the 35. And touchdown. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Kansas City. This is fielded at the 27. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. One more time with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
From the 7 now, it's 3rd and goal. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Mahomes firing complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Out of the gun now on third down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Here's Hardman to return. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Mahomes going to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. On the move past the 40. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there?
Butker now to kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. He's got room at the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 17 yards out. And the Explorers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. But they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now, 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco, hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes flushed out right. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney from 19 yards away. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And all the Chiefs have it. So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. What a big 4th quarter fumble recovery a moment ago, and now they are set up with a chance to take the lead. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw it. That'll be caught. It's Toney. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Mahomes. Right back to Toney. He's got another one. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Mahomes will throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here's Mahomes. Being chased out left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. He's made one and he's missed one thus far. This for the win. Oh, and it's off the mark. Harrison Butker pushed it to the right. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. Four quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time you wait for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6. Open man right side is St. Brown. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
That pass caught, it's Williams. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got Harrison left side complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.